Hey folks, welcome back to the Toronto Marlies Insider. The Marlies took on the Grand Rapids Griffins tonight after a tough loss to the Admirals on Wednesday. They hope to end this streak that they're on of alternating wins and losses in their last 6 games. So let's jump into it. But before we do that, we want to give a special shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. SeatGeek is the best place to go if you're looking for tickets to a sporting event, concert or a live show. Click the link below and use code Toronto Marlies Insider, all one word, to get $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek will let you know if the tickets you want are a good value or not with their 1 to 10 rating system to ensure you always get the best bang for your buck. So make sure you check them out and use the promo code Toronto Marlies Insider to save $20. The Marlies took the lead in the first when Josiah Slavin wound up with the puck after a whiff by Keenan Suthers. Slavin won the initial face-off and Suthers showed some real determination to get to the puck first and tried to get a shot off, but may have had a Griffins defender stick put him off a little bit. Either way, it ended up with Slavin, who sent his shot past Sebastian Coulter in the Griffins net to give the Marlies a 1-0 lead. The Marlies doubled the lead with just over 3.5 minutes left in the first. Dmitry Ovchinnikov scored a nice one-timer after a great pass from Nick Ambrosisi through traffic. It looks like it may have taken a slight deflection off a defenseman somewhere along the way, which kind of caused it to hit the goalie's pad at the correct angle to slide through his legs, but Chinny won't care. 2-0 to the Marlies. Max Lajoie also got the assist. And that's how the first period ended, 2-0 to the Marlies. Shots were 11-9 in favour of the Griffins. Kyle Clifford was assessed with a 5-minute penalty for sparing and a game misconduct, and on the resulting power play the Griffins got one back. With 1:19 left on the penalty, the Griffins got a very lucky bounce that saw the puck land in the perfect spot for Tim Gettinger to slide home the Griffins' first of the night. With the Clifford penalty expiring, Ovchinnikov, who was serving the time in the box, returned to the ice and stole the puck from Brogan Rafferty, which gave the Marlies a 3-on-1 breakaway. Ovchinnikov passed the puck to Abruzzese, who again found him with a nice pass to double his tally and restore the Marlies' 2-goal lead. This one was a little bit luckier than his first one. It came off the post and then hit the goalie and then went in. But as the old saying goes, I'd rather be lucky than good, and Chinny was definitely feeling lucky.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Abruzzese then turned from provider to scorer with just over 6 minutes left in the second. Max Lajoie travelled the length of the rink and drove right at the Griffins before he laid off a nice pass to Alex Steeves, who found Abruzzese at the back post to slap home the goal to extend the lead to 3.
With the magic. 6:08 left to go in the second period, and he picks up the Marlies' 4th goal.
And that's how the second period ended. The Marlies were leading 4-1. Shots in the period were 11-7 in favour of the Marlies. Just over 80 seconds into the final period, the Marlies stretched the lead to 4. With all lives and a bit of an altercation at the bench between Zach Solo and Josiah Didier, Joe Blandisi laid a very nice pass that released Keenan Bellows 1-on-1 with the goalie. He kept us cool and slammed home his 3rd goal since joining the team.
Away from it, attention being drawn towards what's happening at the bench. And Solo's not going to get an assist on this, but he should get one. I beat him right clean through him.
The Griffins pulled one back with a little over 14 minutes left in the third. Zach Aston Reese somehow managed to lose Nick Abruzzese after being tangled up along the board with him seconds earlier. Nolan Stevens found him wide open and he sent his wrister past Keith Petruzzelli in the Marlies net for his first goal of the year. Dominic Shine also got the assist. The Griffins pulled another goal back to make it 5-3 with nearly 8 minutes left to play. Petruzzelli couldn't hold on to Carter Mazur's shot and the bounce fell very kindly to Amadeus Lombardi to poke home the goal to bring the Griffins back within 2. Elmer Soderblom also was credited with an assist. With a minute and a half left in the game and the Griffins goalie pulled, they applied some serious pressure in the Marlies zone. Alex Steeves managed to swipe the puck out of the D zone and charged after it himself to gather the bounce from the boards and scored an empty netter to put this game to bed. Then, with about 40 seconds left, all hell broke loose. I'll let you watch it here and then detail the penalties afterwards. Sit tight, because there's a lot of penalties on this one.
And now everybody gets involved. And Mastro Simone is on fire. 38 seconds left to go. And everybody is tied up and paired off. Petronero involved, and down on the ground they go. Slavin is throwing big ones, and down they go. What a turn at the end of this game that sets up tomorrow's contest. Dominic Shine showing the gate. Mastro Simone as well. It's going to be interesting because this turned into 5-on-5 fist to fly. Zach Aston Reese throws the helmet.
So, let's try and make sense of that madness. For the Marlies, Mastro Simone, 5 minutes for fighting. Mastro Simone, 10-minute game misconduct for continuing an altercation. Matteo Petronero, 10-minute game misconduct for continuing the altercation. Josiah Slavin, 5 minutes for fighting. Josiah Slavin, 10-minute game misconduct for continuing the altercation. For the Griffins, a bench game misconduct for abuse of officials. Zach Aston Reese, 2 minutes for roughing. Zach Aston Reese, 2 minutes for slashing. Zach Aston Reese, 10-minute game misconduct for continuing an altercation. Carter Mazur, 10-minute game misconduct for abuse of officials. Wyatt Newpower, 5 minutes for fighting. Wyatt Newpower, 10-minute game misconduct for being the aggressor. Dominic Shine, 5 minutes for fighting. Dominic Shine, 10-minute game misconduct for being the aggressor. And finally, Dominic Shine, 10-minute game misconduct for being the third man in. Don't worry though, we'll tally all the penalties up together and let you know at the end of the game. After all the madness and all the dust had settled, the Marlies ended up with a power play. And on that same power play, they scored their 7th goal, and it was Ovchinnikov who scored to complete his hat-trick. A nice pass from Max Lajoie after some good work from Topi Niemela gave him a lane to snipe home a one-timer for his first Marlies hat-trick. And that's how this one ended, a comprehensive 7-3 victory for the Marlies. Shots in the third were 9-6 in favour of the Marlies and 29-24 to the Marlies overall. As promised, here's the power play and penalty stats. The Marlies were assessed with 63 minutes and the Griffins 82. The Marlies went 1 for 5 in the power play and the Griffins went 1 for 4. This was a far more complete performance from the Marlies overall, and although we did receive over an hour of penalty minutes, it was good to see the team sticking up for one another and willing to go to war for each other, something that cannot really be said for the Maple Leafs at the moment. This game could be a pivotal moment in our season, and tomorrow's game against the Griffins is now huge. Let's hear what Max Lajoie, Nick Abruzzese and head coach John Gruden had to say to Todd after the game.
Max, big travel day. Come back, jump into a hockey game, and get a couple of points out of it as well. Nice to get on the score sheet, even after all the crazy travel.
Yeah, it's nice. I thought we played really well today. Right from the get-go, we were skating, and we were on them right away. So that felt really nice. And obviously, the travel day, I wasn't sure how my legs were going to feel, but they felt pretty good. So I was happy about that.
What does allow you guys to have the success here tonight as much as you did?
Yeah, I think everyone was on the same page tonight. We had, Bobby go up right away, so things are changing around here a little bit. But no, everyone wanted to play for each other tonight, and I think we did a good job.
At the end of that game, it gets a little crazy. How much is that about just setting a tone for tomorrow?
Yeah, just sticking up for each other. They got a couple cheap shots in there, so obviously everyone's gonna step in and be there for each other. So it was nice to see.
How much energy does it give the team to see a young guy like Ovchinnikov pick up a hat trick?
Yeah, it's awesome. At the end there, we talked before the power play, and we said we're just going to feed you, so be ready. So it's awesome to see him smile and be happy about his game.
Nick, just the response that this team has in this game, coming off that tough one on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was good. Didn't execute the game plan like we wanted to Wednesday, but it was good to see a good response tonight.
Tell me about the goal that you score. Alex Steves, shooter. Are you thinking he's going to shoot the puck there?
It was a great pass, yeah, and obviously he's got a great shot, so if he shoots the puck there, I'm not at all, upset or anything. So it was a great pass, great deception, and I just had to put it in the open net.
What allows you guys to have the success that you're looking for tonight?
Honestly, I think it's just commitment to playing as a team and playing with each other, and you saw that in all areas. special teams was huge, especially the kill with that 5-minute major. And then, you look at the end of the game, obviously things get a little hectic and guys are stepping up for each other, and that's what you love to see.
You guys also have success on the power play. One comes like a second after a power play expires, and the other one, a power play goal at the end of the game. And you guys seem to have turned a corner on it as well over the last few games. Where's the success lie in that?
I think it's just getting more pucks to the net, honestly, and we're doing a better job of just kind of simplifying and attacking off the flanks and up top, and just kind of getting pucks and bodies to the net.
You see Dmitry Ovchinnikov have a little bit of success here. What's it like to see him contribute and get those hat trick?
It's awesome. English probably isn't the best, so it's funny. Everyone's cheering for him and super happy, and super quiet. But it was nice to see him come out of his shell a little bit tonight. And yeah, it's obviously great to see him kind of help contribute and have a hat trick. It was pretty awesome.
John, a solid effort. Looks like the timeout that you called in the third period. Your thoughts on that timing and what happened on?
Well, we're down to 3 lines basically, and it's just they just need a reminder of why they had success at certain times in the game, and then things were starting to go astray a little bit for us, and then they did a good job getting it back. I thought they were outstanding those last 7 minutes, and limited their chances, and we started just simplifying and understanding why we were in those positions. So it was great to see. I just really liked our team effort from the goaltender out, and learning how to win.
And down to that many guys, that you start with 12 or 11, and you start to lose some guys. Just the idea that even having the energy to finish that game plays into a nice victory.
Well, they sure bring it on themselves. As far as the energy, they feed off one another. They know they're all pulling for one another. They care about one another, which is great for me to for us as a staff to come in and see that. It's really nice. It makes our jobs easier. But again, it was outstanding the way they did it. Losing guys before the game, losing guys come in, like guys coming in from new. It was crazy. So it was an all around really good win.
Your thoughts on Dmitry Ovchinnikov coming up with the game tonight?
Yeah, well, he's probably wondering why I don't put him on the power play more often. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it was good for him. He was he was opportunistic on some opportunities, and he's a really smart player. There's a reason why he's signed. I like it, you know what I mean? If he just understands, like, to put in some work in the weight room and do some extra things, that he could actually be a really special player.
Your thoughts on the run that Alex Steeves has had over the last 8 games?
Yeah, he's kind of doing it all for us. It's been, just that, even that goal, he stepped into a penalty killing role, did a great job tonight, and then at the end on that 6-on-5, he's playing great. I like his confidence, I like his decision making, and he's understanding how to attack and then when to live fight another day. So I really like his game right now.
Your thoughts on how your team reacts and stands up for each other at the end of the game?
So much. It's so important. It's you can't teach that. That's installed by the leadership group with Cliffy and Blender and a lot of guys. They just get it. And again, that's gonna, at the end of the day, that's gonna take us a long way.
Our next game is back at the Van Andel Arena tomorrow to rematch with the Griffins. But before that, another huge thanks to SeatGeek for sponsoring our game recaps this season. Make sure you click the link below and use our promo code to save $20. Thanks for checking out our coverage of tonight's game. We'll catch you in the next one.